Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we're returning to Unity of Command 2 Barbarossa, a new DLC that takes a look at the German invasion of Russia in 1941 and continues to the Russian counteroffensives in the winter of 41 and early 42. We are still early in the campaign. We've gone through the first campaign, or we've gone through the first conference, that is, which looked at the three initial battles in Army Group Center, Army Group North, Army Group Center, and Army Group South. So the initial breakthrough in the sort of Army Group North going for Leningrad, Center going for Minsk, and South going into Ukraine. And we've started the second conference period where we fought the Battle of Pskov, which is the drive on Leningrad. We did not get the secondary objective here, which prevented us from having a better starting point for the Leningrad approaches, which means we're probably more on track for the historical siege of Leningrad rather than an early seizure of Leningrad. We won the battle, we just didn't win it, you know, better than history. And now we're going to be fighting the Battle of Munchen, which is the I don't really know who's fighting in this battle. It doesn't say we've got like Panzer Group 1 or Headquarters Sud. It just looks like we've got some, I don't know if it's like part of Army Group South or if it's its own army group that's not listed on the headquarters units here on the left side, but presumably this is the Romanian drive into Bessarabia against the Soviets. And so I'm guessing this will be a very heavy positional warfare battle with very little armor and a lot of infantry and a lot of set piece attacks. That would be my guess. Once we win Munchen, we will probably take a look at Smolensk, which is the second drive in Army Group Center on the road to Moscow. But we're not there yet, so we'll go ahead and we will fight Munchen. By the way, I don't think for Minsk, I don't think I had any secondary objectives that would change the course of the war. So yeah, so we're going to go ahead and fight Munchen, which is a 13-turn battle. You can see here during 1940, Romania was forced to cede vast areas of territory to the Soviet Union, Hungary, and Bulgaria. This national humiliation laid the foundations for a right-wing overthrow of the Romanian monarchy. By the summer of 1941, Romania, with its substantial oil fields, was a crucial member of the Axis. As Operation Barbarossa started, the country did not immediately join the fray, but it was clear this was merely a matter of time, and on the 2nd of July, Romania and German forces launched Operation Munchen and crossed the border into Bessarabia. I didn't know that Romania stayed out for a couple of weeks. Makes sense. I know Hitler was very worried about the Russians bombing Ploiești, which is actually pretty close to the border with the Soviet Union. There were also oil fields in Galicia, which I'm not sure if that lays within Russian hands or out of Russian hands, but there were other oil fields that obviously the Germans wanted. Not huge ones like Ploiești, though. And Romania was the principal oil supply for the Axis powers, and so, you know, avoiding the Soviets from bombing it was important, so that's probably why Romania remained neutral for a while. 11th Army's at that location. Don't worry about your flanks, the Romanians can handle them. Ooh, Stalingrad joke. All right, so it's a 13-turn battle. There's a bonus objective of Sevastopol. If we take this objective on time, it'll improve my starting position in future scenarios, which is presumably maybe it'll help with the drive through Ukraine. Let's go ahead and jump in. Yeah, I knew the 11th Army was there, and it was like wasn't the 11th Army like a Romanian army, but it had like German units mixed in, and so it was much better equipped than a lot of the other Romanian units, I think, something like that. All right, Munchen. Romanian forces are fully mobilized and ready to advance alongside our 11th Army. Your goal is to assist our ally in retaking Bessarabia and northern Bukovina before linking up with Army Group South for future operations. With the Soviets fully engaged to the north, we do not expect them to have much left in the way of reserves. A word of warning, though. Take care not to leave Romanian infantry exposed in the open, as they are woefully short of anti-tank weaponry. Foreshadowing. Okay. If that wasn't intending to be Stalingrad-esque, I don't know what would be. All right, so Sevastopol is up here. This objective has to be taken by turn 9 in order to have a better starting point in the other battles. There are 4 objectives in this fight. It's a pretty narrow front, so again, this is going to be more of an infantry slog across the front lines. We've got 4 different objectives. We've got I'm sorry about pronunciations, guys, here. Cernetui. We also have Mogilev up here in the north, Galicia, Chisinau, and that's it. And then we have secondary objectives at Setna Alba, Teresipol, and I think there's one more here somewhere. There's a crossing. The Falchu crossing, which is right here. So we have to take this objective by turn 3, the secondary objective. Balidi is turn 3 also to sort of win on time. Cerneti is turn 4. Mogilev turn 5. Chisinau turn 9. So presumably there's a lot of Soviet troops around here. Also, you can see they're heavily dug in, so that's going to be fun. And then turn 11 for Setna Alba. Teresipol we have till turn 9. That's the key one here. So, German army with Romanian troops. So, let's see here. We don't have a lot of armor. We have almost none. We've got one tank here. We've got the whatever division that is. I've got prestige I could use to upgrade units, which like feels like a good idea, but also kind of not. I don't want to use up a bunch of prestige on troops that aren't going to be carried forward into future battles. I don't know that we'll get these troops in another battle. They're not assigned to any particular army group. You can see this is AOK 11, but there's no like that's not an army group that I think carries over. At least it's not on our headquarters list. Yeah, but we probably need some extra support to try and break through with some of these guys. This Romanian cavalry brigade, can we give them anything to make them better? We can give them Stugs, we can give them Panzerjägers, which are better on the defensive. PZKW2s, which will give them a better offensive strike. That's 5 offensive. Pioneers is 6 offensive. The Stug 3 looks like a pretty decent choice. I'm going to give that to the cavalry unit because they're faster. And then we'll give the other cavalry unit a PZKW2. So we're going to spend 100 prestige upgrading 2 of their units. I'm not going to upgrade anything else. And hopefully we can use these cavalry units to get a breakthrough here in the center and then drive east and take these objectives down here and then maybe turn north to help at Balidia. But that's going to be it for our deployment phase. Oh, by the way, we do have trucks, so logistics, yeah. Let's see, so we've got supply for all of these guys along the front. Probably want one more depot somewhere. Maybe down here. And yeah, so that's gonna do it for this turn, or this pre-battle phase. All right, so we've got 1 tactical air and 1 recon. So there's Russian armor, great. I'm sure I'll fare well against that. These guys aren't even in range of the headquarters unit, huh? How the hell am I gonna attack there? We have till turn 4 for certain to. All right, so actually our armor here is decent. They've got pioneers with them also. So let's try and break through here. I'm guessing there's a bunch of enemy reserves behind here, but let's use our armor to attack here. 0 to 2, good odds. We breach, get across, move our infantry across. We'll get a 0 to 2 again. We don't really kill much, but we did drive them back. Cross with the 198th German Infantry Division here. Attack these guys. 2K against one of our own. God, these Romanian troops suck. Could try and blitzkrieg out through here, but I'm guessing the enemy's got something in our way. Let's move our cavalry over here. All right, they're cornered, so then my Romanian infantry can finish them off. So we destroyed 1 enemy unit there. And then let's move our armor toward Balidia. There is something there. Can't attack. But the good news is we did break through here toward Balidia, which is the first objective we're supposed to take by turn 3. So we've kind of broken through down there. Let's launch a set piece attack against these guys. We'll get 2 suppression and breach. Move our infantry across here with the German infantry, get 1 KIA. There's a Romanian infantry here to get a KIA. They've got artillery supporting them. And swing our infantry toward Belidi also while attacking those enemy troops on our flank. Okay, so that's a good result. So we've broken through all along the center of the line here. These guys are going to be out of supply next turn. Yeah, don't do that. Let's pull this depot back, and then we'll put new trucks up here next turn. All right, we'll do a set piece attack with these Romanian troops to try and get these guys out of their entrenchments. It worked. Actually, it drove them back too. But it drove them into some woodlands where they're pretty well dug in. This crossing we're supposed to try and take. Let's go ahead and bomb it with our TAC air. Go ahead and let's bombard them. They're not dug in. So we'll get 3 suppression there. Cross with the infantry, 0 to 2 attack. They'll fall back. Hit them with our cavalry. All right, so we're across here and we took this first secondary objective as well. I just wasted command points. I mean, I guess, but I need to breach, so I don't think using artillery to bombard troops which let us take the objective, we wouldn't have taken it without that artillery. I don't think it was a waste. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with these troops in the south. Swing them over this way. Try and get them back into supply. I guess we'll try and advance up this way. We'll see if we've got any chance to do that. Not going to attack against these enemy troops. They're dug in. Right, we'll pursue these Romanian troops across. Race our cavalry out this way. There's enemy armor over here, which is just great. I don't, again, we've got Stugs, or actually these are Panzer Kampfwagens, so they're tanks. But I don't know how we're going to deal with enemy armor here. All right. So I think we're going to move this headquarter a little bit further north to try and get these guys back into communication in case we need to use their command points if they have any. This headquarter unit is still in contact with everybody, so we'll keep them where they are. And then we really need these troops in the north to be in communication with our troops here. I'm going to move these pioneers across, move this artillery over here, and then move my cavalry up in support. Just maybe we can flank these guys out of their position. All right, meanwhile, we do get some reinforcements. A German infantry division turn 2 and a Romanian infantry division turn 9. The Russians get no reinforcements. So hopefully once there's not a lot behind the front lines, we'll see. But that's going to do it for turn number 1. We'll move forward to turn number 2 and see what happens. See if the Soviets have a strong counterattack in mind. Some troops around. They haven't attacked anything yet. This armored division looks scary. Digging in at Belidi. So we're probably going to have to use some command points to reduce that town. Right, so we're going to drop a new depot Not there. I want to put it. I don't know. I want to put it on the other side of the river. That feels risky. But I guess. Alright, that's a good spot for it as any. It'll get everybody back in the supply on this line. Meanwhile, I can drop a second depot over here. And then that should let me pull this depot back. Like the Pig, thanks for the follow. Dr. Truth, thanks for the follow. We can try and flank these guys out of their position here. Alright, we've at least surrounded these two Russian units. They may move to the east to cut our own troops off, but I think they'll be out of supply either way. Okay. I guess we'll hit these troops. We'll get a 0-2 and an overrun. Surround Belidi, 0-2. Kill that enemy unit. Swing our cavalry out behind the enemy units here. Take some prisoners. Strengthen my encirclement here. Belidi's turn 3, so that'll be on time if we take it on the next turn. This infantry up here, get the 0-2. Zero to 2 and get everybody back in supply. That's nice. Keep the pursuit up toward Mogilov. Okay, so we are within like 2 hexes of Mogilov. I'm assuming there's one enemy unit in the city, but probably not more than that. Meanwhile, this enemy armor... probably bomb it, right? I mean, the only way it seems likely that we're going to overrun these enemy troops is by cutting their supply. Welcome, Light. Thanks for the love, if you will. All right, so we should use some command points here to breach these guys. We lost our armor with that cavalry unit. Can we get these guys to race north? I don't know what's back here. But cut the rail line to these troops along the border. I think we're gonna need the command points for these troops on the advance. Oh. All right, that's probably the right choice there. Set piece attack these guys to breach them out of their positions. Probably should have pulled those guys back. We have one more division coming online this turn. Where are they coming in? They're here. So the enemy could try and race west across the river with these troops, which would be ballsy on their part. Like, it would cut our supply, but I'm hoping they don't do it. This new infantry division here we'll advance these guys up here to keep these guys surrounded. These guys are going to be out of supply for 2 turns, which is a little bit of a concern. All right. I'll move here because if these troops want to evacuate the main objective here to try and threaten my own supply line, I'd welcome taking an objective for free. Just don't know how to deal with... Where's the enemy supply come onto the map? Presumably here near Sevastopol, I would guess. Maybe some trucks coming across here at Kamenets. Our supply situation, except for that northern position, should be not disastrously bad this next turn. But I think that's it for turn 2. This is a much more confined battle with without a lot of heavy striking power for my troops. But so they did try and cut my supply with that armor here moving in behind us and attacked that Romanian division, did quite a bit of damage to it. Overran this Romanian division, attacked my cavalry here. Or my other, actually Romanian, their cavalry attacking the Romanian troops. And then they just wiped out that Romanian division over there. This Romanian division dies here. Good news is they didn't actually drive back our division along the rail line. So those troops in the south are cut off from supply, I think. They're not? Oh, let's do this. We lost that crossing, by the way, back, so we have to retake it this turn. Nice, we wiped him out. We wiped out an enemy armored unit. Hell yes, that's huge. Okay. I think that'll be a real big deal. Avoid open ground with your Romanian troops. That's the instructions we've got. Maybe we need to take this turn. They're cut off from supply, but I don't... Set piece. We didn't get the breach? Fuck. Got the breach attacking with my armor. One. Ooh, heavy casualties, but the enemy is cornered. So we'll get him. We'll get the objective. It wasn't pretty. We got the objective. Advance south with these troops. Keep these German troops in the town to keep it held. Mogilov we have to take by turn 5. That should be doable, I think. Take those prisoners. we drove that enemy armor back. Good result there for us. Drove that enemy cavalry back. Like, how am I supposed to defeat this armor? I mean, get in rough terrain, I guess, and pray. So none of these guys can attack because they've been on a supply for 2 turns. Try and take that Tipo next turn and pray. Can we move a headquarters unit up there? Only one of those is a German unit. We need the Romanian headquarters up there to get these guys back in like communication so they can do like emergency supply and stuff. Let's pull that supply back. Then we'll place a new depot. I'm actually going to use one of my trucks. I didn't want to, but I'm going to use one of my trucks here. Probably should have checked. This will help. Alright, so this will get these hexes back in supply, so we'll pull this 2 unit back. We'll see if they move their armor in. If they do that, I don't know. I guess we'll see. You guys get in trees and pray. Let's go for 2-1 here. We got 2 KIA. We actually didn't lose that badly in that battle. And we just destroyed that Soviet division. Very nice. So one of those Soviet divisions was at least destroyed. So you can see it still has steps here. So I think they could reform it potentially. Because it's got like a triple step with manpower and these 3 chevron things here. But it's, I don't know, could be worse. So we destroyed one more Soviet division here. There's a motorized and a tank division here. 2 more tank divisions here. These guys are in trenches. Good God. How am I supposed to win? What am I supposed to do here? We did suppress and badly shoot up this tank division, the 16th. We've got our own armor that's going to swing around here, so maybe they can help. They're a 5-2. The Soviets are a 4-3 for movement. Attack is a 4, defense is a 3, 6, and a 4. So our actual Romanian armor is better than their armor, so that should be nice. If I can get them into action against the enemy tanks. So yeah, we'll see. That's going to do it for this turn, though. So let's move forward to turn number 4. Alright, so they pulled their troops back there that had been cut off from supply. Not a surprise there. They should be back in supply this turn, which kind of sucks because they would have been completely starved out if I hadn't moved them back. If I hadn't opened the door for them to pull back. Should have left them in place. My troops would have been fully suppressed, but so would theirs, and I would have had the 2 units on their front. Actually, they're still fully suppressed. Nice. So, that being said, let's go ahead and put these guys here. Drive them back, move my engineers forward, and can we take Cernatau by the objective turn? We'll at least cut them off from supply. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I attacked with the wrong unit. We did drive them back. So we took the objective. And we overran that other surrounded division. It's a good result for us. We took the objective in the north, so everything's been taken, I think, on time, technically, so far. Mogilov we need to take by turn 5, which is next turn. We're just gonna take the casualties we have to take, I guess. Wow. Gotta love that explosion. It's just like, boom. Oh yeah, you guys all die. Alright, so we're gonna move this cavalry to the southeast. They've got some Renault French tanks, apparently. Captured French tanks. So now it comes down to the sort of central front where, oh my god, look at all this armor. What am I gonna do? Good God, man. So now by turn 9, we try and cut their supplies, but I don't know. Right, can we get emergency supplies in for some of these guys? Supposed to take and hold this objective, so we'll see if their armor moves forward against us. I'm gonna try and use this infantry and flank and go for their rear, maybe cut their supply off. These guys, at least in theory, have armor with them. Troops south. I hate that this cavalry's in the open. They're gonna get schwacked. We're gonna try and get around their flank. It's a bit risky to say the least. We've still got one TAC air. I'm gonna use it against one support damage. Okay. We drove that infantry back. Crap, I left the Falshiu crossing open. I can almost reach it. Oh, they're gonna get hit in the open, aren't they? Let's see. Let's move this headquarter unit north a bit. We need to support these troops up here where the main fighting, I think, is gonna occur. Alright, well, these guys can do a set piece attack, I guess, against these enemy troops. Get a breach. 1-to-1. Wasn't quite what I had hoped, but... And we'll finish off these enemy forces in the north and then swing the rest of our troops down south. So move forward to turn number 5. Well, they just cut off this advance. Destroyed that cavalry division. We'll see if they go for the infantry in the open. They're pulling themselves away from the objective, though. So the death of that cavalry division may at least be worth it in that sense. Okay. So... Alright, so we finished off that enemy division. Can we set piece attack this armor? Didn't get anything with it. God damn it. This infantry will advance to cut these guys' supply line along that railway. Pull these infantry back to support the bridge. Try and finish off this enemy infantry division there. We did. Swing our cavalry in behind these guys and cut them off. Finish off this enemy infantry here. We'll move our cavalry to the southeast. Take those prisoners. Okay, so we've secured the northern portion of the line, I think. We need to support against this enemy infantry, but I don't think there's much threat up here. So we're going to start swinging these other troops south. I don't want to leave any objectives unguarded, though, so we will leave some troops behind. This good division, the 50th Infantry Division, with its artillery will be useful. We have till turn 9, so again, we're dealing with a lot of Soviet armor here. We can get a 0-1 against these guys in open ground. Let's bomb them first. Suppression, we'll get 0-2. And we drove them back and took some prisoners. Also move them into what looks like, I don't think this is open ground. They have Renaults, however you pronounce that, tanks. So that probably is one reason they did better. These guys should be out of supply next turn, so we can move them across. Let's pull this depot back. I don't think it's doing anything there. Don't know that this depot is either. So we'll get 2 more depots back next turn. These guys should be in supply. They must have just been suppressed. Our headquarters forward here. Let's get our advance back into supply. We'll move forward to turn number 6. So we'll see if the enemy armor continues attacking us. They did try and move toward the Falshu crossing. They moved their armor north there, but it didn't get back in supply, so they're now out of supply for 2 turns there. Destroy this enemy armored division with an overrun attack. Hell yeah. overrun this enemy unit here and wipe it out. This frees up this rail line to get all of our troops on this rail line back in supply. Advance these guys toward Sevastopol, which we have to take by turn 9. That seems unlikely, but we did at least get these guys' supply back. Meanwhile, these guys are dug in. I'm hesitant to... Let's try a set piece attack. City in ruins. We didn't breach them either. God, we can't do anything versus these guys. So if we wait 2 more turns, 7, 8, we'll still hit it in time. To be considered on time, as long as we can maintain the encirclement. So let's do this. Let's pull these guys, this armor into that position here. And then we'll swing our cavalry here. And if they want to break out east, that's fine, because I don't care if they decide they want to abandon the objective. Meanwhile, if we can free this rail line up, it'll help our resupply efforts too. So I'll take the casualties to do it. Two depots in here, so we should be well back in supply. These enemy tanks are going to be out of supply for 2 turns next turn, so their effectiveness on the offensive should be decreasing. Sevastopol. We'll pull these guys back so they're not adjacent to the town there. Meanwhile, turn 6, we're still 2 turns away from getting that extra division. These guys are out of supply for 2 turns now. Alright, we'll pull them back and hope they don't get disrupted. Alright. Well, hopefully they don't counterattack at the Foshu crossing. I don't think because of the terrain they can move into our flank here. This wooded and river terrain should prevent that. We'll see if they try and attack north against our troops. But overall, the situation looks okay about halfway through this battle. Alright, so they swung their armor north. They've built multiple depots out here to the east, which may or may not allow them to trickle supplies into this armored group. It doesn't. Nice. So this cavalry is out of supply. We'll attack there, get the overrun, drive them back, pursue them, get another overrun. And I'm going to pursue east again because I want to keep these guys cut off. Finish them off here. And let's move these troops here. That'll complete the encirclement so they're back in a pocket again. Move our guys here. Get an overrun attack. Let's use our tactical air here against this enemy armor. Let's move the armor back here. Get a 0 to 2. And then can I swing it back north? I can. Nice. Advance these troops here. So we've got a nice firm encirclement on this enemy armor. Usually it's not a great idea to be so fixated on destroying enemy units in this, but given I wanted to make sure they stayed encircled and didn't drive east to try and pull supply from over here, I think that was a sound approach. These guys are in head. We're going to move them here. Let's do a feint. Try and reduce their support. Try another feint here. Damn, they're just stubborn little buggers. Alright. Hopefully that does them. Cornered, they're completely suppressed and breached. Got him. Hey, Hunt to me. Good to see ya. All right, so we got these guys. We'll take the pontoon bridge upgrade. Took the town just as we needed to. Can I get any artillery out to the east next turn? No. We might be able to cross this river though. So we've got a good chance, I think. We'll have 2 turns to take Sevastopol on time. Which is great news. You know, let's pull this depot back. I don't think I need that depot. I'll get 3 more trucks next turn, I think. Then I can push them east, and we might even get Senta by turn 11. Or Setnia, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Alright, so these guys will be surrounded. Troops down along the rail line. Get these guys back in supply. These troops east, these troops south. Okay, so we've got to take this objective and Sevastopol, the 2 secondaries, but we've taken all the primaries, I believe technically on time. Like the little parentheses on time went away, but we didn't lose any victory points yet there. So I think that still counts as on time, which will give us a Iron Cross with a gold leaf on the side, if you will. Meanwhile, that enemy armored division is now out of supply for 3 turns, so they're fully suppressed. So now we get to just lick them. Alright, so we wiped out that enemy unit. Advance here to take over this enemy depot. I'm guessing they've got an enemy infantry unit at Setnia. Alright, so these guys are... breach them. Let's cross the river here. Can this armor be of use? Try and bomb them. Lose 2 support. But they're still bloody difficult. Fuck it, these are Romanian troops. We'll just try and take the city and take... God! Never mind. Don't do that. Just be like, we'll just take the casualties. No big deal. Yeah, that's dumb. Don't do that. Don't be like me. Don't butcher your own troops. Nothing in it for us. Meanwhile, I'm starting to work around them, so we should be able to surround them by next turn. But we actually have to take it by next turn for the secondary objective, so... we'll see. We will be able to human wave assault them if we want next turn. Also, we do get a new division. The 9th division does arrive here this turn in the south. Looks like a nice division. It's just kind of far out of the fight to be able to get anywhere by the time we run out of time. But at least we got rid of some of their entrenchments. Swing these guys over here. This division up here. All right. these guys some supply over there. Everyone should have supply. Let's move our headquarters unit closer to the front. Okay, we'll go to turn number 9. This is the moment to decide whether we get that secondary objective, which has an influence on the next battle or not. Right, let's do set piece attack here to get rid of the remaining. No, that should have been a set piece. Why did... God damn it. Well, neither our set piece didn't work. The enemy's still dug in, and we have no hope of doing anything about it. Can we really not touch these guys? Like, what the fuck? I just assumed that, like, over time you would get a little bit of attrition down on them, but we're not going to take this objective. I got the other secondaries, which are apparently unoccupied. How are you supposed to take that? Is the only way to move around their rear, and we can't even cut their supply now because of the stupid headquarters unit and the zones of control. Maybe have done a feint? I don't even have the command points left for that. I mean, I did the set piece attack. I swear I clicked on it that other one, but I think somehow it was a misclick because one of those attacks was clearly not a set piece. Only spend it at, well, can you spend it? I think it's only at the beginning. Yeah. Looks like it's only at the beginning. You can pull, like, delayed units back. Well, that sucks. Of course, and now they get their fortification back. Screw this, we're gonna continue this fight. I want to kill these bastards. Get the breach there, of course. No breach there, though. City in ruins. We're never gonna take this damn town. Can't even cut the damn supply line. Bomb the headquarters? I don't think you can do that, J Street. I think you can only bomb units. I still can't get at these guys. Oh my God. This is absurd. Wow, our bombing actually gave 3 suppression damage to him, huh? Doesn't even matter though. Got one more turn to try and take it. I mean, it doesn't matter from a next battle. I've been using artillery, Chad. I've been doing set piece attacks, which has supporting artillery firing. I could do a bombardment, but that doesn't lower a fort. It just suppresses the enemy. So there's not much point in that. They've got 1 chit left. And I can't even scratch them. I can't even scratch them. Well, in theory, they'd starve out this turn, but it doesn't even matter because the battle's over. So we get our primaries on time. We don't get the secondary that carries over. We get 175 score, 22 enemy KA, 47 prisoners. We lost 35 of our own, 35 Romanian, 21 German. So 48 infantry, 4 armor, 52 total losses on our end. We lost more men than the enemy. But whatever. It wasn't part of Army Group South. I mean, maybe it'll get assigned to Army Group South in the next battle. But with that being said, that's where we're going to go ahead and wrap this episode up. We've won in the south in Bessarabia, I believe it is, along the Romanian-Russian front. And now we will be moving into the Battle of Smolensk in our next battle, one of the absolute massive campaigns, one of the historically famous pocket battles, but also one that was a little bit of a hollow victory for the Germans. They inflicted grievous harm on the Red Army, but arguably not enough for the casualties that they would take in that battle and for the amount of time it would take, and probably most importantly for the amount of damage it would do to their panzer formations, which would get stuck sort of holding the head of the pocket rather than being able to continue driving east while they tried to wait for the infantry to catch up, and the panzers took a brunt of Soviet counteroffenses and kind of started to get ground down, in addition to just being completely exhausted from their deep advance into Russia. But we will take a look at that episode in our next video. Until our next video, this is the Historical Gamer saying once again, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I'm out.